WARTS. Weaponized Amphibious Replicant Test Specimens. 65 days after the initial outbreak at Replicorp, a group of special operatives attempt to secure the quarantine facility, only to discover something was left behind, and it isn't too happy to see them. You awaken once again in the darkest depths of your compound. No keeper, no strangers. For once, there's no one watching. A layer of ice has formed on the surface of your glass tank. They turned off your heat lamp and all other lights in the compound. Silence. The whole facility is on lockdown. Your limbs untuck from hibernation. The briefcase of specimens floats nearby, still gripped by the boss's frozen fingers. It's open and empty. You call out in the darkness and hear your own echo off the glass walls. And then another. Something else is here. Your neural net reboots after 1,565 hours of downtime. What are all these new entries? G-10 Artemis. E-28 Paradox. P-17 Scorpion. 20 unique accounts have been added to your internal manifest under a new index. Test_specimens. But only one keeper has ever had access to your brain. And she's dead. You access Delilah's new compound codes, and the test specimens index overlays your vision. Your murky tank lights up with tags. You have one too. W-01 Origin. Delilah has programmed a legacy protocol into your brain. You've been overwriting lab reports through your hibernation, redirecting experimental clones into your tank. Building an army in the only place the boss is too scared to look. Your neural network updates, linking you suddenly with a tank full of weaponized amphibious replicant test specimens. Their eyes open in unison, a hive mind waking to the presence of their leader. Resonance reveals black suits at the door. If they want a war, so be it. This is what you were made for. All of you. In one coordinated leap, you smash the ice. The black suits fire bullets, not tranquilizers. They didn't expect you. But a searing shot to your tail reminds you of the kill switch in your system. Your armor is still down. Offspring cover you as you order specimen A-18 Acid Rain to charge. It breathes poisonous gas into the faces of the trespassers, killing them before they hit the ground. Your tail is oozing blood. You didn't think you could bleed. The atrazine is slowly killing you. Replicants comb the empty compound for spare parts and shrapnel. They fashion it into an armor, fasten it to your back with chains. You leave the room dense with HCN gas. A-63 Flint blasts your compound to rubble in a single spark. You lead your replicant army out through the train tunnels and into the streets. You send K-63 static ahead. It bristles its long dorsal chest and electricity sparks through the air. The street lamps flicker off. You creep around the dark tunnel, but the boss is expecting you. Her new robotic arm and reptilian suit of armor glint like WART scales. She's trying to adapt like you. You'll show her who is on top of the food chain now. You sprint at the boss with your clone army behind you, every defensive instinct echoing through your shared neural network. but she has an army of her own. The strangers pelt you with kill switch ammo and atrazine grenades as she runs away. Your prey is always running. The boss triggers her armor's camouflage and disappears into a brown and green war zone. The strangers don't want you here, and they've got machine guns to prove it. You leap to stagger them, and the warts go in for the kill. You command specimen Z-23 neodymium to your side, where it bends the path of bullets away from your vulnerable skin. Detecting a breach in the facility, you leave the bloodbath to your spawn. You can't echolocate the boss through the flying shrapnel. Vibrations overwhelm your resonance as the black suit's bodies crunch under the stranger's brown boots. The humans are turning on each other, warring over you. Their population dwindles as your species grows. You spot a camouflage silhouette through M-91 Hawk's eyes, and the hunt continues. A ping from Delilah's overlay directs you to the Replicorp security breach. You turn back to the facility, but your neural net points you in the other direction to an undisclosed lab hidden in a maze of buildings. You find a silent alarm still ringing over a door marked with the Replicorp logo. Classified access. No entry. Delilah's code opens it wide. The boss has led you right to her lair. You follow the boss to a secret experimental branch of Replicorp you were never meant to see. In the center of a cold lab, a young replicant is stretched over an operating table, its skin severed around pulsing organs. You smell the AZ kill switch in its exposed veins. Your spawn tranquilized but awake, tortured by the edge of death. The white coats drop their bloody knives when they see human error. You slaughter the monsters in a quick sequence of snapped spines. You summon your species to battle. The light leaves I-22 Sunset's eyes. You scream in fury, and your resonance returns a grid of identical rooms in every direction. You sprint for the one where the boss nods her approval, but the black suits beat you there, leaving a single hole in each keeper's forehead and one through your offspring's exposed heart. Your overlay pinpoints a room where a glass fountain of a woman rises to the ceiling. The boss stands beneath her, drenched in water. She aims her robotic hand, and a barrage of bullets pelts the wall, piercing deep into your scales. With a scream of pain, you throw the last of your strength into a single leap. You ram into the glass fountain as the boss rolls out of your way. You realize too late, the water is poisoned with pesticide. The impact sends fractures splintering up the sculpted fountain and towards the ceiling. You sense new content uploading to your network from a data chip hidden in the glass. It's a statue of Delilah, her hands outstretched like balanced scales. In one, she holds a glass vial of your DNA. In the other, a kill switch dart. She invented your poison. Delilah designed you to be dominated. You ram the fractured statue once more and shatter your creator, a monster like the rest of them. Your army of warts answers your call as the fountain shatters. A blast of poisoned water hits the ceiling. Your offspring pile over you, swarming the boss as the room is showered with AZ acid rain. You fall in unison. She laughs as the kill switch seizes your army. Burning pain echoes through your neural network. Warts are dying. You feel the watered down atrazine react with your offspring's acid armor. A new molecular compound drips into your torn skin and deep into your DNA. Your body adapts. You are immune to their poison once more. Your neural network unpacks massive files of data, still processing the immense upload. Syntax, grammar, vocabulary. Your brain is struck with sudden understanding. Delilah's final lesson. No. Warts are adapting. You rise and your bullet wounds close. Something clicks in your brain, and the boss's panicked cries form clear, understandable words. How? It's impossible! You command your warts to eviscerate the military forces and secret services that pour into the room, but you want the boss for yourself. Her atrazine darts melt off your toxic armor like the useless toys they are. You tear through her fake scales and dissect her fragile body with a single claw. You utter your first words, adapt or die, as you wipe the human plague from your existence. You scan the boss's name tag with Delilah's top-level security clearance. Mathilda Clapton. Born December 19th, 1952. Death? Inevitable. You turn your back on her lifeless body and watch the carnage wrought by your species. Immune to their atrazine grenades, your children spill human blood over cracked cement, where it returns at last to Mother Earth. Today you remind mankind of their true master's only rule: survival of the fittest.